Good morning. We have got to Tuesday. It is Tricky Tuesday. I don't know what it means. I am shasted, but I'm coming back to life after the rocky road. The rocky road I once did travelled. The road. What is it? What's the book? The road less travelled. The bus stop I never took as much as I should. So we're going to have a couple of minutes of music. I'm going to comb my hair, make a cup of tea, come and sit down, cut the music short, and we're going to get into this. If that's the sort of thing you like, then hang around. If it's the sort of thing you don't like, hang around. Your mother's. We're going to have a lovely time because Tuesday is virtually the weekend. I think we all know that, don't we? I mean, Monday's out of the way. It's just a question of negotiating today. So I will see you all in minutes to come. Au revoir. Oh, and I've also got to eat me papaya, which is not a pleasant thing to watch someone eat because I get greedy with big spoonfuls of papaya. Oh, no tea bags. No tea bags. Thank you, oh, counting down, the clock's counting down. Nearly there, you can make it. Here we go, return to Coda. Return to Coda, come on man. Come on man, come on. Come on, I like the weak tea, but not that weak. Got there. Oh, any technical difficulties? What did you make of last night's show? Now, I know that I was biased because, he's my best mate. We've been through hell and back. She was a hot chick too, young Helen. But she was an absolute... no, she wasn't. It was very difficult getting him on because he was scared. And he just said to me, I'm scared. I don't understand how it works. They're all your mates. They're all going to be on your side. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not going to pick on you. He said, yeah, but you say that now, but you'll play it for laughs. And this has been going on for about 3 years. Really, 3 years. And I asked him yesterday and he just went, I'm scared. He outright said, I'm scared. And I said, mate, they're a great bunch. They're a really nice group of people. And they're going to like you. And he was like, yeah. I said, trust me, just ask. And we had this weird little caveat, not cravat. We have got a weird cravat. It's a two-piece. It's one that we both wear together when we go out. It's called a caveat. It's a two-piece cravat. So it's one cravat for two people. But when he said he'd do it, I jumped around this room like a lunatic. And I've watched it back. I don't usually watch my videos back. I mean, what's the point? I was there doing them. Thank you, Ozmeister, for that little Lady Godiva. Is the iconoclast still going to do the Three Stooges? No. The iconoclast is no longer a public figure. he will probably turn up. Here's my guess. He will turn up as like a guest spot in maybe a year, maybe 2 years, just to say hello. And it'll probably be on something relatively kind of neutral. You know, it'll be on something like, what would I suggest? What would I think it'd be on? Maybe something like the Kill Stream or something where he'll just have a chat. But he doesn't want to be a public figure anymore. He gave 5 years of his life to it. It cost him dear. Dan is a very talented person. Dan could be a filmmaker, right? That's what he studied. You can tell by his videos that he's got the skills to pay the bills. And the left wrecked him. Unlikely Dan will get a job in his chosen industry now. Anywhere Dan applies, even if they give him the job, the likes of HNH, I don't even want to mention them, they'll contact the employers and they'll send them a little video clip of all loads of little jokes he made out of context. Do you know you've got a Nazi working for you? Now, in 5 or 10 years, I am convinced that the cultural and political climate will change and that kind of thing will stop working. Hopefully. Because if it doesn't, Dan's screwed. And what did Dan get out of it? He worked hard for his people and he red-pilled a lot of people, but for him as an individual, screwed. And so Dan doesn't want to be in the public eye. Now, I am telling you all of that because I know Dan, but a lot of that is me, a lot of that is me sort of guessing. Maybe Dan wouldn't admit or agree with a lot of that, but there certainly will not be any more Three Stooges, no. And even me, that last Three Stooges we done, finished recording, deleted it. It's a different climate now. It's a different climate. The sort of thing we talked about on the Three Stooges was a nationalist political comedic debate show. So you're dealing with very, very tense and sort of, hot topics and making jokes about them. That is a fatal strategy. That gets you in trouble. And so, for a few laughs, which there were, I mean, I loved it. Imagine me, I was a little YouTube with 2,000 subscribers and Dan with 200,000 and Hugh with 60,000. We all agreed to do a regular stream together. I was like, what? Oh, yeah, all right. Crack on. And it made my day. Dan done his top five YouTubers, and I came in at number 1. Although I don't think they were actually in order. Yeah, but better to be 1 than 5. So the fact is, no, Dan isn't. But thank you, Ozmeister. Appreciate the super chat. No end. Right, let me get that grift sorted, and then I'll get. There is definitely a problem there. This happens every day, doesn't it? As soon as I open Entropy, it closes down my... I've got to put the fan on. As soon as I open Entropy, it closes down my StreamYard. As you have all seen, this has happened a few times now. Good Lord, love it. What the hell's going on, Governor? Go and have a word with the man who lives at the bottom of the stream under the little arches. He's got a tool that will help it stop happening. Right, let me just press a few buttons. We'll get the grift on. We can get the Tuesday grift on. I like to call it the Tuesday grift. There you go. That's what we meant to do. Hello, Pipkins. How are you? Kids programs, they're not what they used to be, are they? When you were a kid, you know. Yeah. Right, here we go. Bosh, babosh, boshkins, babushka, babushka. It's funny, isn't it? The old Kate Bush song. Babushka, 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 ay, ay. Hi, hi, babushka, babushka. And in the late 70s, early 80s, when men would love Kate Bush, they assumed that babushka was like a beautiful Russian lady. And while some babushkas may have once been beautiful Russian ladies, a babushka is actually an old granny. It's a big, fat, old Russian granny. Vat. So there you go. We'll keep that. Yeah, a babushka. And out in the Ukraine, and I've actually been to the Ukraine, and I've been to Lugansk, and I've been to the Russian border. The babushkas out there, they're homeless. Not all of them, but there are Aramas wins with Kate Babushka. There are hello Montrealis coming in from the edge there. There are homeless babushkas, right? And they're these old women, you know, 60s, 70s, and they are coat, bit of string, blanket, bit of string. Let me see if I can find you a photo of one of these people, because I'm not making this up. Hang on. I mean, if you'd seen what I've just, put into the old Google to get, they're not exactly the images I was looking for, but they're like these huge rotund things, not because they are huge and rotund, but just because they've got so many layers of clothes on, held together with bits of strings. Why can't I find any? See if I can find. Here we go. I got myself a babushka. Oh no, wrong country. I mean, you know, Ukraine, Japan, much the same thing. They've got the obligatory shopping trolley full of all their things that they own that they pick up off the floor. But here's the mad thing. One of their jobs is collecting plastic bottles. So, you know, when people drink water from such like this and they throw it on the floor in a bin, the babushkas sort of, you know, they're like the fatties from 2000 AD with a little wheel in between their legs so they can get about. Now, I was at a festival in Kiev, like a music festival. It was like -20, which is what you want for a music festival. You know, when you're listening to music, you want to sit there going, fucking either. And at the end of the show, which could not have come soon enough because those Ukrainian bands were shit, everyone started departing. And as everyone started departing, there must have been some law. There must have been some agreement with the old Bill that the babushkas couldn't wander among the punters until they started, you know, leaving the premises. So it was outdoors, which is what you want in the -1 million. But as people started leaving, these babushkas swarmed in to get all the plastic bottles. Oh, violence ensued. And to see 70-year-old women in like about 20 layers, no exaggeration, tied up with bits of string, fighting each other for empty bottles of water was quite the scene. And as everyone's left and the babushkas have moved in, everyone who was leaving, who were mainly non-Ukrainians, so this was, it was blatantly more entertaining than the fucking music festival. Just watching these old women fighting, but because they were so big and round and enclosed, they couldn't do much but sort of boom and sort of big daddy splash each other. It was just, and then so now you've got a ring of audience around the outside, and the fucking the balloon-like cloth babushkas just having this mad giant haystacks big daddy wrestling match in the mid. It was quite something. No one took a single photo of the music. When it was fucking babushka battle time, when it was like Ukrainian babushka wars, oh fuck me, phones out, quick, get it. It was quite something. 135 people we've got in here at the crack of dawn. We've got a donation. I thought I heard another one. Did I miss another one? That ain't going to go down well, is it? Oh no, just wishful thinking. Well, hang on. Let me get a bit of this on the go. Bosh that up there. Get that on there. Chop that out over there. Copy and paste that. Move the old thing over there. This is why I'm going to sort out, I've told you this every day, I still haven't done it, OBS, so that we haven't got to go through all this palaver to get the entropies on the screen. I still haven't explained the grift, so I'll have to get on that in a minute. Anyway, you can tell I've picked up a bit of energy, can't you? Margin Walker. There he is, Walker. He walks the margin. It's almost like the water margin. Water. Walker margin. Margin Walker drops 11.11, you cheeky symbolic. He says, I just wanted to say, now while I'm pretending to read this, I'm actually eating my my papaya because I'm so Hank Marvin because I haven't eaten anything and I need the energy for the stream. 1 minute. I think if you think it's if you think it sounds gross, believe me, it'll look worse. So cut me some slack. That's fucking disgusting, isn't it? Yeah, a lesson learned there. I won't be doing that again. Apologies, ladies. Right. Margin Walker said, I just wanted to say, great stream yesterday. Your mate reminded me of one of my mates, actually. Great storytellers are at the heart of Western culture. And I'll tell you what, Margin Walker, I've done a couple of videos about the European storytelling tradition and how the figure of death features and how relevant it is to us as a people and how, in fact, it will save us. But they're trying to eradicate it from us as well. It has a social function. It has a communal function. And it's no wonder that we're losing the likes of the brothers Grimm, Christian Andersen, et al., for the likes of Barry and Jerry have a spastic baby and all that nonsense. Anyway, just wanted to say, great stream yesterday. Your mate reminded me of one of my mates, actually. Great storytellers are at the heart of Western culture. Talking about storytellers, great to see a stream coming up with Semiagog. Will definitely be a match, the two of you. Yes. Thank you very much, Margin Walker. I think both me and Semiagog are. I don't want to talk for him, especially since he's not here. But I think it's fair to say we've got so much in common in our backstories. You wouldn't believe it, but I think I admire him as much as I fear him. and in saying that, I'm also assuming a certain amount of mutuality. Could be right, could be wrong. Don't laugh at it, John. It'll get me in more trouble, mate. Let's just let that sort of thing go. Let's just let those things move past. Was it a Kate Bush concert? As soon as she kicks into babushka, well, that's when they all start having a tear up. There you go, mixed babushka arts. But thank you, Margin Walker, for that donation. Really, really appreciated. I want to show you something, actually. I want to show you a couple of the comments that I got on that video. I don't usually do this, but there's a couple here that are quite remarkable and so transparent. It's unbelievable. And you know we've got this new local meme. That he's a nice lad, actually, on the same page. What I think it's called something like that. And the one who said, I really enjoy your streams. It's great fun. I think you should change them and do them completely different. Remember that one that come about? Well, in view of that, I just wanted to show you a couple of comments that I got yesterday on my video yesterday, right? And of course, now the construction work has started, of course. Right, so check this out. Right, so no problem there. Talking about when the technical issues sorted out there. Dawn Browning absolutely loved it. Just Sean complains about the technicals and then answers himself and calls us a couple of plankers. Paul says something good. Now, check this one out. This is the one that done me, right? Dude! Why is there no normal funny videos? Come on, Dangerfield. Why are there no normal funny videos? Just 2-hour-long podcast things or whatever they are called. You were funny as fuck in your early videos. Get back to those shorter vids, pal. Oh, what, you mean the ones I done about 300 of 5 years ago? Yeah, all right. I'll just keep turning out the same material. Yeah, and I'll have to start making some. I'll have to start making it fiction as well, because obviously there is a limit to the things I've done. So there is that. So if you want me to start, contriving some lies, that'll have to happen. But also YouTube's changed. You can't get on things and take the piss out of them anymore, or you get strikes for it. YouTube has changed. And there is another point that you might have to take into account. 250 to 400 people a day actually quite like what I'm doing. So, if you don't like the content, you know the next part, don't you? So there you go. Now, but that one wasn't the worst one. This one is brilliant. Andy King. It does seem sometimes as if Britain's entire nationalist community is in Southeast Asia. To be honest, let's give blacks the keys to the island and watch the place sink. So let's take that first line. It does seem sometimes as if Britain's entire nationalist community is in Southeast Asia, right? Now, I can think of me, Hugh don't make content anymore. Jakes don't make content anymore. To say my mate yesterday is a nationalist in as much as he believes that Europe should be an ancestral homeland for Europeans. So that's 4 people. So is there anyone else? So Andy, when you say it does seem as if Britain's entire nationalist communities in Southeast Asia. How many people do you think are in the nationalist community? 4? Is that what you're saying? 4? It's a ridiculous comment to make. The entire nationalist community is in Southeast Asia. Oh, I'm not even showing you it, am I? Look. Look. There it is. It does seem sometimes as if Britain's entire nationalist community is in Southeast Asia. Well, I mean, even if it was 500 people, it would still be completely irrelevant compared to the hundreds of thousands in Europe. Just a really weird thing to say. Oh, I will translate that comment. I will translate that comment. I don't like you being in Asia. There you go. At least be honest, mate, and just say it. And then I'd have respected you. But that is an absolute nonsense. Charlie, seems like Andy needs to get out more. I mean, when I'm watching Mark Collette's show and there's 3,500 people watching it, I don't know how many of them are in Asia. 1? Me? I just think, and look, I don't want to be. I don't usually do this stuff. There you go. Look at Nora. Nora's a Norwegian nationalist, and you live in England. Nora seems to me like half of the bloody Norwegian nationalist community lives in England. You might as well just give the keys to the blacks and let Norway sink. Now, I usually don't let these things get to me, and it hasn't really got to me, but I've heard it before. Why are so many nationalists in Asia? And the simple question is, how many? How many? How many do you know of? 7? I mean, let's assume it's 500. It's still a drop in the ocean. Bizarre, really bizarre. Don't be jealous, mate. Don't get angry with me. Get angry with yourself, because you already are. All those Chinese nationalists living in Soho, do you know what I mean? They might as well just give the keys to the Chinese. Oh, hang on a minute. Dave went to Singapore once. Well, now the balance is tipping. Exactly, Margin Walker. Exactly. It's just a way of cunting someone off. Very exciting. Interesting stream. How often do I done a 2.5 hour podcast because I had my best mate on and it was going well, and I kept asking, do you want more? And people were like, yeah. It's just absurd. One of the strong points about this channel is that we do mix it up a bit. In the last few weeks, we've had a financial advisor on. We've done a yoga stream. We talk about schmutter. The climate of just triggering the libs is over. That climate is over. It gets you in trouble. You lose your bank account. You lose your jobs. You lose your YouTube channel. Those days are finished. That's why I got rid of all those old videos. Now, if you want me to tell funny stories, oh, hang on. Didn't I tell a 45-minute yarn the other night about me and Jamie out scoring? Oh, is one not? Do you want one every day? Fuck's sake. Just incredible. No. It's good out here, Mike. It's a good place. It's interesting. It's a nice place to live. I'm a second-class citizen here. I'm a guest here. I do what I'm told. You have to play that game because you should. Because as a nationalist, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm not gonna. European housewife loves this channel. But Clark said that wasn't a funny vid. What one didn't you like, Clark? Superman 800 says, great streams, Danger. You're doing a wonderful job. Nice one. Appreciated. Oh, I think we've created something amazing here. You know what I think about this channel. You know, and I mean we, because it's not something that an individual can do. We've made a community. And when I take a couple of days off, I'm all like, oh, hang on a minute. There's something missing out of my life. There's this thing I do where we get together and we don't all agree, but we all have respect for each other, and we know that we've got a direction we all wish to go in, and we've all got an enemy. We've all got an enemy in common, the globalist machine. Thanks, Paul. That's changed everything. Yeah, I thought the Jamie one was an absolute... Oi, Clark, I knew you were pulling my penis. That was also a joke. That was also a joke. Oh, tell me about it. There's another one. Now we're on 7. Now we're on 8. This whole project's over. No, exactly. It's just... There's no races. There's no race riots here. There's no one telling people that they ruined the world. It's wonderful. And this isn't me going, oh, where I live is wonderful. The wonderful element about it is it's an ethno state. It works. They have communities. They have extended families. Liam, you were cracking up Paul last night, by the way. Paul watched it again, and he said he actually complimented a lot of you. He was saying so-and-so's funny bloke, and I was going, oh yeah. I said a lot of them should have channels because they're right on it. But he was quite into you in particular, Liam. So if you want to date, nice one, Dave. Glad you enjoyed it. Nice one, Mr. Rage. But that's just what gets me. That's what gets me. I put out 2 videos a day, and someone wants me to do one type of video. Well, no, all right, no problem. But you're only going to get one a month. I mean, are you ready for that sacrifice? How are you getting on anyway, Nicholas? I hope you're doing all right, mate. I hope you're doing all right. Yeah, it's a good point, actually, Leon. It's a very good point. That it could go one or two ways, couldn't it? I mean, interesting. Again, here we go. The ethno states: Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia. Shut the borders. Close the borders. No internal lockdown. Everyone's getting on as they did before. Europe left the borders open, but locked down everyone inside the country. Bravo. Bravo. It's almost like there's a global plan to decimate the continent. Fucking absurd. Hello, Fusion Reactor. Shell Bob wants to know if I've ever had I don't even know what they are. So I'm guessing no. Have I ever had a mill on my will? What's a mill? What's a will? I don't know. I hope not. I hope so. I don't know. Absolutely that, Batch. Absolutely that. Do you know what I mean, Najir? Do you know what I mean? What, like the proper job that I managed to fit in between 2 streams a day? That is hopefully one day going to allow me to retire. White said Paul was what I expected. Down to earth geezer. He's. I meant what I said at the beginning of that video, and he said it to me in the past as well. If I cark it, he said he don't know what he's going to do. And if he carks it, no. Right, let's get this fucking grift on. I can't be on minimum wage in 35 minutes in. All right, there, you bastards. You can support this channel using the super chat function, which is the $sign just down there. Alternatively, and preferably, because you don't give any money to Susan, and you give about half, you give Susan twice as much as you do with Entropy. I'll put the Entropy link in the chat, but it is also in the description of the video. So if you do need it, it's in the description down there. Or you can just ask me if you can't find it. I'm quite happy to do 2 streams a day and sacrifice that time that I'm not working on my day job, because people do throw a few quid at the channel, and so it all works out nicely. Look at the size of that papaya. That's my excuse to allow me to eat a little bit more. Oh, look at the size of my papaya. Look. That's half of it, obviously. And that'll cost you 30 cents. So you're looking at 3 of them for $1. I'll buy 3 of them for $1. And I have half of one every morning, which is rather nice. Hang on, Shell Bob says, sorry, you have a character on our Wii. Oh my God. I don't know if I want you weeing on me. Well, sorry, Jimmy. Right. Maybe the odd monologue a week alongside your live format. The odd monologue. What? Like a scripted monologue? Question of time, mate. It's a question of time. Because when I do get some time, I'm writing a novel, aren't I? So I've got a day job, which I have to put about 10 hours in a day, seriously. Then the streams are a couple of hours a day, about 3 between the 2 of them. Then there's writing my novel. Then there's having a girlfriend. Then there's my normal life, things like going shopping. I had to mop the fucking floor yesterday. Oh, that's a backbreaker, I can tell you. You know, it's just time. I appreciate, you know, the suggestions, but to be fair, you're gonna get what you get in because that's how it's worked out. But no, I do appreciate the suggestions, and if I can do them, I will. But I do try and mix it up a bit. I think that's obviously apparent. You know, we had Jeffrey Sharler on, we had the fighter pilot on, we had that mad copper on. You know, whether it went well or not, it doesn't really matter. We did have him on. We had old Chrissy Boy Thrall on, who's mad as a box of frogs, but an absolute gentleman and a scholar. He's probably watching this. He'll be like, what? Hey, I didn't expect that. Here we go. A couple of entropys come through. Very kind of you. Respawn and Aramas. Respawn says, here's 15 papayas. I bet you had to look that up in the dictionary, and I think you've still got it wrong. And Aramas says, for cuck Susan. There you go. He meant it in the nicest possible way. Thank you very much, people. We're now on minimum wage, I think. I think we've done that. I think we've acquired it. Thank you very much. You had the teen steam. What? You had the teen stream. Yeah, that turned out well, didn't it, in the Times? We've done loads of stuff. Come on, I'm only joking. It's just bizarre. It's that local meme we had, isn't it? I like your channel. Do something else. We had Bro on a couple of times. That was good. It was very good. The child of memory one that DOA worked on was brilliant. Yeah, I think me and DOA have kind of fallen out, to be honest with you. I think not fallen out. We haven't had an argument or anything, but I think we've just run our course. Do you know what I mean? I think we've run our course. There was never any kind of romance there, although I sort of played on that a bit, but I think that that's run its course, which is quite sad. But it's very hard to maintain friendships when it's only online. You know, it's not like. But this is why this pandemic is so destructive, and it's so you know, out here in Cambodia, people aren't wearing free masks and walking around in fucking space suits. You know, they're still having their communities. They're still eating in family groups and friend groups. And European people are expected to maintain friendships over the computer. And I think it's actually quite difficult. There's plenty of things. Don't worry, people. I've got plenty of things lined up. Well, I mean, Jason Pierce is walking around in his spacesuit, but he's allowed to. Oh, no, without a doubt, I've got loads of female friends. And you know what? And I'll tell you what, and this will sound like I'm bigging myself up, and I will do that too. Men and women can be friends, yeah. Once you've matured sexually, then you can have women as friends. But until you've reached that point, until you've let go of that adolescent sort of a necessary kind of adolescent approach to sex, then you can't. But I think that once you reach a certain level of sexual maturity, of course you can have women as friends. So some of my best friendships are with women because they're interesting, because they're not like me. They're a lot more different than me. With my male friends, it's a lot of the time it's agreeing. Not always. Like me and Paul, we have mad arguments and, you know, not falling out arguments, but we just disagree on stuff, which makes that relationship amazing. William Blake said it, conflict is at the heart of a true relationship. But if you can have females as friends, because we're so different, they're amazing conversations. You know, you tell a woman something very, very private about your sex, not your sex life, about your sexuality or desire. You know, you can go down some very interesting paths where you don't really get that with men. You tell a bloke something very deep and honest about your desire and sexuality, they go, yeah, I know, wicked, innit? And then the conversation's over. Moslab is on the firm, yeah. Yeah, well, I think that's a fair point, actually, Grim FPV. I think that's a fair point. There is a sexual tension there because the potential is there. You know, the potential is there, you know, and frequently I've seen alcohol destroy it. I've seen, you know, you get alcohol involved and then you fuck and then it's over. And it's just like, yeah, that wasn't what we wanted to do. You know, we became strangers. Our friendship our friendship mixed with alcohol turned us into strangers. And it's easy to fuck a stranger. It's easy. Because that's what adolescents do, basically. See you later, what, Tyler? Me old hero. Old 75 over there. Yeah, same as that. Keys of the Kingdom. People, you know Gail from the Crack Diaries. I was with her for 11 years. 11 years we were together. And I met her when she was, 15 or something? And we were together for 11 years. We went through all that Crack Diary stuff. And she's an absolute salt. Sorry, I'm not going to name him, but sorry if they watch some of my streams, her and her boyfriend, but he knows she's an absolute salt. She's fucking beautiful. Even now, I mean, you've all seen her in that interview I've done with her with the Crack Diaries. Well, that's her at 45. Can you imagine her at 19? Fuck me. Literally as many times as you want. But, yeah, she's one of my best friends. I talk to her 2 or 3 times a week. So yeah, for sure. If you can't have female friends, you've got problems with your sexuality. Nice one, Kujetil. She said the same about you, son. Dan says, Chris, I really do love the morning stream. You make my commute to work a bit more bearable and helps keep me sane in a world gone mad. What a lovely thought that you're on that train or that bus and you've got the old cans in and you're looking around at all those zombies and you're just chuckling away to yourself because you realise the world is actually full of hope and wonder and being alive is a gift. Good on you, son. For no reason at all, I'm going to go like this now. Great stuff. Fusion Reactor said, Gail is beautiful. I watched the interview the other... Yeah, all right. Yeah. Watched the interview. Yeah. I offer it to Hugh and Dan pretty much every day. You know, they're not... Hugh's busy with work and family and all that. Hugh doesn't really... You know, look how the internet works. Look how movements work. Look at Jake's. How weird is this? Jakes and Latte. He's gone, isn't he? He's gone. And no one really noticed. No one noticed. Now, I'm not cunting him off. Me and Jakes didn't really get on, to be honest with you. You know, we sort of became friends a little bit, but then had a bit of a falling out. Then we made up. But, you know, we didn't get on. But fuck me, he's gone. And no one has mentioned it. No one has made a video like, shame about Jakes. And this will keep happening. This will keep happening. You know, look at the YouTube. YouTube is a very small part of the Nationalist project. It's a very small part of it. You know, the real Nationalist project is people waking up to what's going on in Western Europe or Europe as a whole. Realising that there's this globalist machine attacking them and realising that they've got to get busy breeding and they've got to get busy making communities. And that's what PA are trying to do. That's what other people are trying to do. There'll be a change in mindset. This stuff is happening and it's happening quite organically. And YouTube is almost like a peripheral side. It has its value. I'm not saying it's nothing. Because it's almost like it's almost like sowing seeds. You know, YouTube sows seeds, and like people get ideas and they talk to their mates down the pub, and then that passes on to someone, that passes on to someone, and it all slowly, you know, goes out there. However, go back 2 years, loads of channels that, you know, were like nationalist channels. They've gone, and then new ones turn up, like Derber's making a name for himself now, and he'll have replaced someone else, and then other people will come along, and other people will be replaced. My channel's completely changed, but it changed. I was a libertarian when I started. I wasn't even a libertarian. My first videos were just laughing at 1970s adverts, and then it got a bit more political. Then it became very, very political. Then it became a community, and now here we are, proactive. How can we make our lives better? How can we become financially independent? How can we present ourselves well? How can we look after ourselves? And you know, that'll just keep moving. You know, I've kind of pulled away from a lot of the nationalist channels, for not just for my benefit, but for theirs as well, because they don't need to be associated with me. They don't need to be in the Guardian next year saying Dangerfield, who spent the last 30 years of his life injecting heroin and tells stories about doing a shit in the street and fucking tarts in Thailand. That don't help anyone. I'm friends with them. I talk to these people. Don't get me wrong, but we have to just be realistic about this. So this is a community channel. This is the Scrubs. This is what we do, and it will keep developing, and different things will come and different things will go. But as long as you keep coming, I'll keep coming. Lovely. Okay, that was nice. Oh, I don't give a fuck about my past. I really don't. I love life so much. I love life. We all make mistakes. I would say that most people have made the same amount of mistakes as I have. You know, my mistakes have just involved different things. Yeah, that ain't cutting it, is it? I didn't say that. I didn't say what Al said, but it's quite funny. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, when you make mistakes, you become better at things. Of course, that's how you. That's exactly how comedy works for a start. Oh, Dino, ba-ba-da-ba. Someone's going to have to fill me in with what the hell that cryptic little comment is about Mr. Dino, because I haven't got a Danny LaRue, but I'll see if I can work it out and make myself look like a complete twat, I'm sure. Oh, excuse me. Dino Bravo. Oh, Dino Bravo. He says, my keyboard is very dusty. That is all. I mean, am I looking for stuff that's not there, Dino? Are you literally saying that your keyboard is dusty and that's it? Thanks for the donation. I appreciate it. Oh, check this out. So I got one of those things, right? I got one of those things where I went, shut down my computer. And he went, oh, so you want to shut your computer down, do you? Well, do you want to install an update and then shut it down? And I thought, yeah, all right. Why not? Why not get an update? Got, update your computer. Don't want it to be a historical item. So I pressed the button to update it. So there you go. Yeah, it's not cryptic. Yeah, you've just got a dusty computer and you wanted to say something. Fair play. And then I woke up in the morning, pressed the on button. Please wait. The old white circle of death. Please wait. 10 minutes later. Please wait. 30 minutes. Please wait. This is right, isn't it? Now I should now be working. Please wait. 40 minutes now. Please wait. So now I'm on my mobile. I've got this fucking white circle of death going on. How long? Sometimes this can take up to 5 hours. If it takes longer than 5 hours, contact your local computer repair shop. I thought you can fuck off. What, in Cambodia? They can barely repair a fucking papaya. Anyway, after about 3 hours, it came on. And I was like, oh, lovely. Lovely. Oh, the brightness is a bit bright. I'll just do what I usually do. Function key. Oh, why is that not working? Oh, why don't that work? Oh, okay. Maybe it'll work when I turn it up. When I restart it later, I'll forget about it now. Then I went to do something else. What was the next thing I went to do? Went to do something else. Wouldn't do it. Just wouldn't work. Then I tried something else. Nah, it didn't work. Then I tried something else. Didn't work. Then I tried something. You have fucked my computer. You've absolutely fucked my computer. I work on it. I do my streams on it. It is my life and my heart and my soul and my being. So I had to. It turns out. My mum just sent me a message. You all right? I haven't seen you online for a couple of days. She looks out from a little green light on Skype, but I haven't had Skype on because it didn't fucking work on my new fucking update. Excuse my English. I don't like to swear. Sorry. No, it's not an Apple computer. No, it's actually a very good computer. It's just Windows updates, and here it is. So I spoke to someone at Windows, and I said, "Listen, Why did I do an update and 6 things that I can name, and I've only been using it for an hour, and already 6 things don't work? And he went, well, this is how updates work. And I said, but mate, why don't you test them? Do you know what he said? Go on, what did he tell me? What did he tell me? Oi, I'll have you know this computer's $6,000 worth of hardware before you start slagging it off. Tell me what he said when I said you should test your updates. Someone will get it right. Someone will know it. I will deal with those super chats as well, by the way. There you go. There you go. Exactly that. He said, we are testing them. This is what we do. So when they don't work, people report back to us, and then we sort them out. So we test them by putting them out there, and then we get hundreds of thousands of people download them, and they all come back and tell us what's not working. And you know what I said to him? I went, "You're a fucking cunt." I just hung up the phone. Can you believe it? Oh no, we are. There you go. Yeah. No, we are testing it on you, on your life. You're fucking testing it. I could not believe it, and I thought the cheek of it, the absolute cheek of it. John Francis has dropped €3. He says, hello, John. Don't think because it's only free, you won't get on the screen, Johnny boy. You're gonna get in the full public eye, along with young Chrissy there. We might as well deal with the bullet while we're here as well. Here he is. I could not believe it. Oh, we are testing them. You're doing it. We're doing it right now. Yeah, fuck. I got so angry. Fuck you. I mean, listen. Actually, I understand. I get that. But why don't they incentivize people to do it? Why don't they warn them? Would you like to update to the latest software? If you have any problems, we'll give you a $50 Amazon Prime coupon or something. Or at least say this update might have some problems that we'll need you to report back to us. You know, at least tell you, not just, hey, it's time to update your computer. It might not work. It's just so cuntish. Sorry about the English. I done really well not swearing. I'm going to get back on it. I'm going to get back on the no swear. Because I'm the no swear bear. Good Lord, what's happening to me? Right, here we go. Let's have a look at these little buggers. Chrissy, Little Bullet and John. Chrissy, Little Bullet and John. Chrissy says, really appreciate your streams, Chris. And then there's the old prayer. Day 6 on the vape. What? Hang on. Day 6 on the vape. Tell me in the main chat, Chrissy. Day 6 on the vape, and you haven't had a single snout in that time, or are you day 6 on the vape, but you're having the occasional snout? Tell me now. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what I've done with my computer to get it working in a minute. I'm just waiting for Chrissy to come clean. Look, the fact that she's being a little bit slow in answering makes me feel like I know the answer. Yeah, in fairness, Flammadiddler, there is a time and a place, but I just don't think it's. I think it's better to articulate yourself well. Oh my God, no. Day 6 on the vape, no tobacco. People, 6 in the chat. 6 in the chat. 6 in the chat. Chrissy is off the snouts. and you have just become a more sophisticated person who doesn't stink. And if you do stink, it's going to be of something lovely like lemon meringue pie or strawberries and cream, and no one's going to not enjoy that. So good call, Chrissy. Lovely. J.K. Hill says, I've been watching some of your mate Paul's videos of him playing the guitar. I'm really surprised he hasn't been signed up. Well, he was. He was signed up in my band, wasn't he? But the singer in our band was a crack addict, and we had a recording contract, a marketing contract, a publishing contract, and a management contract. We had Blur involved. We had Radiohead involved. I mean, you've got to remember when it was. But the stupid, dumb vocalist was a crack and heroin addict, and he fucked it up for the rest of them. Yeah, obviously it was me. Right, so Lil Bullet says, talking of things starting small, Pound Stretcher, Wilco's and Pucker Pies all started as a small businesses within a 5-minute walk from my house. From little acorns do giant oaks grow. Yeah, exactly. That's how you do it. And actually in England, the English system is set up really well for setting up businesses. You just do it. You can just do it. You don't have to worry about your tax or your VAT. You can deal with that a bit further down the line. It's actually a very good system in England. You just get on with it. And then when you hit 60 grand turnover, you have to talk to an accountant. But, you know, most people ain't going to get there for a while. So just get on with it. Good call, Little Bullet. And John Francis just says, hello. Nice one, John. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, Little Bullet. And thank you, Chrissy. And good call again on the vape. They work. I tried everything to give up smoking. I even gave it up a few times, but always went back to it. And now I'm on this. It's a pain in the ass. I have to charge batteries. I build my own coils. I used to love doing it all in England because I had access to all that stuff. I used to make my own juices, so that cost next to nothing. But I do actually enjoy it. But I don't vape. I don't vape with nicotine even anymore. It's just lemon mint steam. Yeah, no, absolutely. The UK is a great place for setting up businesses because they understand that they are the fucking cogs that drive the engine of the economy. You know, small to medium-sized businesses are all what it's about. Kajetil Olstad says it's so much cheaper. Are you referring to vaping as opposed to smoking? ABC Gold says the vape is emasculating. Well, it is if you're still harking back to the 1950s marketing of the cowboy, the Marlboro man who died of cancer, smoking a cigarette and being cool. But really, is it really emasculating? If you're going to judge someone by the fact that they vape, I mean, surely you've got to judge them the same for a cigarette, but one just kills them. I'm not so sure that watching someone, it's like saying methadone emasculates someone. You know, I like to see someone jabbing a 1 mil needle in a hole in their groin. You know, do the real thing. Be a man. Oh God. You know, it's just time. I haven't had a minute to myself. It's just time. When I do actually get a day, I don't want to say, but I'd hope a couple of months. Really, I'd really hope a couple of months. But I rewrote the first 50 pages, which has really changed. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it will be within the next 6 months. But people get the ump with me for saying it and then not sticking to it. But nice one, Hoax. The fact that your name is Hoax doesn't make me feel too good about talking about my novel. Nah, that's not true, Lee. Come on, man. That ain't true. You can get a vape like this for about 15 quid. You can get a bottle of juice like this for about a tenner. That's going to last you a week. And then you can buy a reel of metal to make your coils for about 3 quid. So a week's vaping is going to cost you about £15, and that's after you've bought this. I don't think, you know, you can get a bit flash like this vape, but once you've bought the vape, it's cheap as chips. And when I used to make my own juice, my juice was costing me about £2 for 100 ml. And 100 ml of juice will last you 2 weeks. But you can spend silly money on like top dollar equipment if you want. But no way is it emphysema is so manly. It's a great country to set up a business. Oh, Barclay's in the chat, is he? My vape flavour of choice is strawberry and lime. I tell you, the best vape flavour ever made. And I've been vaping since the early days, when it was when Smock were the big company. Oh, good Lord! Don't tell me I've lost that super chat, because I know that is as well. That's going to be my boy Popeye, isn't it? Oh, got it. No cap, Popeye with the cap. Hey, Chris, it's been a while. It certainly has. Nice to see you. No cap, but cap, Popeye. A pleasure. Barclay's in the chat. I thought we were going to have a chat. John says orange and toothpaste flavour is my favourite. Have we all seen Silence's Ledden's new video? I disagreed with pretty much everything he said in it, but I did enjoy it. I put it on my Telegram. Go and check it out. Yeah, go on, no problem. Barclay. Oh, yeah, I rang you and it didn't work. Do you want to come on now, have a little chat with us? I'll put the invite in your Telegram. Let's see what's going on. Don't make any excuses. Yo, that was the other thing, people. There you go. That was one of the other things. Couldn't make Telegram calls. Couldn't make Telegram calls because of this. Every time I called someone, I'd be going, hello, hello, can you hear me? And they'd be going. I said, stop doing an impression of my grandmother. Can you hear me? That was another example of this bloody update. Barclay don't want to come on because he knows the first thing I'm going to say to him. I told him how to get his hair cut that would make him an absolute bitch magnet. I mean, he is anyway. The geezer's going to be a heartbreaker. The boy will be fighting them off for the next 30 years. But good Lord, you've got to lose that fucking cowlick. IP Freely's been putting some interesting stuff out. All right, good call. I'll have a look at it. Browning, can you call Linda Hunter, please? She's lost a dog and bone. What? Why won't Dawn Browning ever use entropy? Why doesn't she love me so? I hope to buy your book last Christmas. Okay, thank you. I'll have to wait, won't he? Absence makes the art grow fonder. By the time he gets it in 2040, he'll love it. He'll have it for this weekend. What? He'll have it. He'll definitely have it for this Christmas. For sure. Steady, Willow. Steady. Look at Al Mack going straight for the Bondre. Come on, what has he made? Is he making excuses? Have I missed it? Thanks, Dawn, for that donation, love. Is he making excuses? No, he's sitting in front of the mirror, poncing around with that fucking big cow's tongue he has hanging over his boat race. Did I not put the invite in your Telegram, or you just need a piss and to get dressed? Well, I need a piss. I need a piss, and I'm naked. So, Jesus, what has happened to the youth of today? Absolutely shocking. I can't stream unless I need a piss. I need the pressure. Do you know what I mean? Glandsdemic. Well, while we're waiting for young fucking Human League, I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when they cut me hair. I'll have a little bit more of my papaya. Well, the thing is, Mr. Pagan, asking what the best vape flavour is like me saying to you, what's the best dinner? Depends what you like. Oh, no, shit. Sorry, mate. I just said, didn't I? The best ever flavour. The best ever flavour. Sorry, Michael. I've just realised what you meant. The best ever vape flavour, it was made by a company called Praxis Potions. I don't think they exist anymore. And it was called Amethyst. And it was Greek yogurt and blueberry. But good Lord, did it taste like Greek yogurt and blueberry. It was ridiculous. It was just like, you'd sort of go, and it even had that slightly sour Greek yogurt. It was just, but I haven't seen one for years. You couldn't buy it you could buy it in England, but it was imported. But if anyone can get hold of some Praxis Potions, Amethyst. Oh, there it is. There's the old beauty. Here, I'll show you. If anyone can get hold of one of them in England and buy it, I'll tell you somewhere to send it, and I'll put a couple of quid in your bank account. There it is. That one there. Amethyst by Praxis Potions. 30ml in stock. Good Lord, I might have to have a look at them later. Anyway, I've got to go. The clown's here.
Good morning. You all right, Chris?
No. If you think you're getting away with audio only, you've got another thing coming.
Oh, no, it's not happening today. I was going to really quickly have like a 1 minute shower at some time.
Here's the countdown. When it gets to 0, you're getting jilted or you're videoing. 5.
All right, give me a second. No, hold on, give me a second.
3.
I ain't even been out of bed. I ain't even had a shower today. You're going to give me a bit of
shower? No one's smelling you.
It helps. It helps if I've had a shower and I've actually been able to do some of my hair like this one. Or imagine what you saw yesterday, right? Now imagine that, but really fluffy and really scuffed. That's what my hair looks like right now.
Everyone loves you, mate. Just because I take the piss out of your barnet. Have you seen what I've got on my head? So let's just chill out a bit. Everyone has just woken up occasionally.
All right. Give me a second. I've got to stack some stuff up to make a place to my phone to have a webcam.
You're too short.
That's right. I've got a fine chair. Don't worry about it.
It's not like when you come on, I'm going to go ha, 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 immediately or anything.
All right, there we go. Just make sure I've got the camera aligned.
Well, almost says you need to feel clean. Well,
actually not. Oh, it seems to be on the wrong way for some reason.
It's nice.
I don't know. Yeah, so you can see the corner of my Xbox home screen.
A little white ball. Once upon a time I had a little white ball. A little white ball.
Happening?
Who gets called the boomer? What
so I'm
the
just going to. All right. Basically, I've got a balance. I'll show you because I'm balancing like my phone on there, but like I've just got like my Xbox turned. I can't seem to get it to flip the camera, so I don't have much of a choice here. It's gonna have to be.
Look at Moslab.
No, I actually can't seem to do much about it. So I don't know why the camera's the wrong way around.
I'm just sorting out, man.
That's what I'm trying to do.
All right, you're all right. Hello, Chris. We had young Chris on yesterday. Had a nice chat with him.
Is that better?
There you go.
Yeah.
Right,
Just what I mean.
Listen
Look
to
at
me.
that. It's horrible.
Wait, come on. Listen to me. You spoke to me, and I said to you, get an undercut, much like mine. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And then all that.
Yeah, I did, but you didn't get all the fringe off.
You can just bang put the fringe back. Just try it.
Even though I look as old as you if I do that.
You look look at that. You would look amazing with an undercut. I'm telling you. Right.
I know. I asked for an undercut and he just didn't do it right. He like left all my fringe like way too long. It didn't work.
He fucked it up.
Yeah.
All right, people in the chat. I'm not ripping it to Barkley. He's a good friend of mine. Give me a 1 if you reckon Barkley would look 100 times better with an undercut with the top all combed back. Let me find you the picture of what I'm talking about.
I've actually been trying to do that. It's just the issue is I don't have any gel or anything like that, so it'll just like flop straight forwards.
He hasn't done it because he hasn't. You do need product with you when you've got that amount of hair, but you'd look good with a decent undercut. You really would. Hang on, let me find.
It's actually winding me up looking at this. It's really bad. My haircut. I know some people say it really looks gay, but it looks fucking worse now. And you've put me on the spot here with it.
You're very handsome. You're a very likable lad. Your life is going to just be. You're not going to have any problems with the ladies. Well, actually, you're going to have the problem I had. You're going to have too many, and that's where the problems really start. But the Barnet has got to go. Now, I'm going to show the chat. I know he can't do the beard yet, but I don't want to waste too much time. But how good would Barkley look with a Barnet like this, right? Only the hair, obviously, because he can't do the beard yet. But that'll happen. That'll come in time.
Yeah.
No,
it's all light blonde hairs. It's there.
That haircut. Look at that. Amazing. Absolutely amazing that would look on you.
I mean, I sent you a picture when I had my hair sort of similar to that, like after I'd go out a shower. But if I do it like that, then my hair goes into like curtains. It's like, no, there's no like easy solution. I want to have like retarded looking like curtains, or I want to have like a retarded looking fringe. It's the true duality of man trying to choose between which one.
Mate, I'll tell you what, that air where it's got where you can just push your fingers through it, get it back, shave to the sides. I just think it's gonna look amazing because at the moment you were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you, and that I'm only trying to help you, son. Why would I want you to look stupid? I wouldn't.
I'm not pushing against it. No, I believe you. It's just funny because I just saw it as soon as you said. Because when I met you, you were working and I already knew from there exactly where it was going to go.
European housewife, a beautiful woman, a lovely lady. Where's she gone? Hang on. What would you reckon, European housewife? What do you reckon on that haircut that I just put on the screen? Here, look, I'll show you again. What do you reckon on that Barnet on Barkley? Something like that. Hang on, where is it? Something like that on Barkley. What do you reckon? European housewife.
Yeah, there we go. There it is. Now we've got it. And just to pretend
there you go, but you've got to get rid of those. Look at that! Just immediately amazing.
I'd keep it like this if I could.
Well, you need to see a decent barber. That's all you need, a decent barber, because that other bloke has left you that cow tongue. And
he's a good bar if he just forgot what he was doing halfway through. That's the only issue. So I think I showed him the exact picture like you sent me of the guy with that haircut, and then I don't know, he just wasn't feeling it that day, I guess. But it's because I don't know, I was too busy
hang on,
sitting there.
you took that photo in that I sent you, and he just didn't do it. You said, "Can you do
Yeah,
it
like
like
the black
that?"
and white one.
He went, "Yeah," and then didn't.
Yeah. So this is even worse because it's all bushy now because I've only just woken up. It's
You're
retarded
all right,
looking.
Barkley. You're in the top 5% of handsome young men. You ain't got a problem with any of this bullshit. You know this. It's almost like you're a Lamborghini, and we're just working out the Lamborghini badge on the front. So you know these small details. You know it's all good. But you do need a bit of product on it, but you need a decent haircut. Look, even our pal knows. There you go. Yeah, of course.
I think the haircut's fine for now. It's just how I've got it now is really bad.
Pardon, mate? Sorry?
I think the haircut's fine. It's just that it's really bad how I've done it. That's the only issue.
Yeah, but you'll be right. Anyway, off the hair. So what's been going on Planet Barkley?
Well, and then the 3 months where I've just been completely dead silent, except from appearing on Patreon Talk once, I think. It's been absolute chaos. It's been getting arrested by the police, handing out the PA leaflet, although I'm sure a fair amount of people may know about that already. If you want to know about that, check Mark Collett's channel and look for a recent stream called Arrested for Handing Out Leaflets, I think it was called. Yeah, that wasn't very fun. You know, the police, they decided that it would be a really good idea to turn up at my school, you know, arrest me in front of all my classmates, take my phones. They took my computer, they took my Xbox hard drive, which is silly because when they plug it in, they're going to see there's about 1.5 terabytes of stuff on there, but they can't see it because it's formatted for Xboxes. So we're going to sit there like staring at, oh, how's he encrypted all this 1 terabytes of evil racism? And then they're probably going to reformat it and, you know, destroy my hard drive and clear off all my games I've spent hours installing. So that'll be nice. They took my motherboard screws from a computer that I was building.
It would be nice when you sue them. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah. well. That one's just in the back of the head at the moment.
Right, well, yeah, we won't talk anymore about that. All right, I don't really want to talk about the old Bill situation because it's easy to just, you know, be a bit loose-lipped and it might cause you problems later. But we know you've been through that. But what about you? How are you in yourself? Because I know what it's like. I've been nicked and I've had old Bill problems all my life. And while you kind of brush it off and that, it's a fucking stress. It's a fucking stress. Mm. So how have you been?
Well, what do you want to know specifically? Because I feel like you're trying to build up to something at the moment.
No, I'm not in any way poking about. I don't know. No, I just want to know how you are because I think you're going through a very hard time at the moment. I think you're a young man. You got involved in in nationalism. It's a dangerous area. I think you got into it when it was all kind of nice, and then it all went. The climate has changed. It's a fucking dangerous place to be at the moment. And I think there's quite a lot of weight on your young shoulders at the moment.
Well, I mean, even after the whole arrest, it never really stopped me. It made me more passionate about the movement because I truly felt that I've done something right. I've actually done something to help people if I've got the police having to turn up at my house and my school and, you know, search it and, you know, whatever else they did. It's, you know, a complete mess of a situation, but it's really propelled me forwards. You know, if I was scared of this, if I didn't expect it to happen, I'd be gone by now. I would have been gone long ago. But
we didn't do very well not talking about the police situation, did we?
Oh yeah, no, I was just reinforcing that point. But no, I mean, aside from that, there's been a few issues at my home because of, you know, everything that's happened. But I've been really well. Aside from all that, I've been doing really well in quite a lot of areas of my life. I'm trying to be a bit vague here because it's a bit personal. But
you understand that this is a hell of a lot of stress on your mother and stepdad?
Yeah.
It really, it's probably really.
Although I do think my mum could have done a bit better not to sign the search warrant for the police so they could take all my stuff.
Yeah, but she's not clued up on this kind of stuff. She and you know what the old bill are like? Just sign this stuff. You know, it'll make it a lot easier for you. And they don't tell her. They don't give them the implications. They want it signed. You know, they want it signed.
She assumed that she had to do it. She didn't have a choice. But then when I tried to explain to her, you know, don't do this again. This is what's actually happening. You know, you don't have to speak to the police. You know, can you just watch these like 5-minute videos explaining it? She was just refusing. She was shouting at me. And she'd said some horrific things to me over the whole thing. And I was really, you know, disappointed to see my mum saying what she had been saying to me. But, you know, I don't really care. I'm over it now. And she's apologized. But,
well, hang on a minute.
I know. It honestly felt like she was choosing the police over me.
Hang on a minute. So she's apologized?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what we do in life, and we all do it. We fuck up. And the thing about anger is it's like once that anger, you might have heard the phrase the red mist. There's this, once the anger sort of hits you, you don't only say the truth occasionally, but you also actually try and hurt people. Because you want them to know how angry you are. You want them to know how disappointed you are. So you might not say things that you actually mean, but you do actually say things that you intend to cause pain. And this stuff especially happens in families. You know, I've had arguments with my mum where she's been going right off on one, and I've literally said to my mum, I wouldn't even be a fucking junkie if it wasn't for fucking you. So shut your fucking mouth. Now, I never believed that. My mum's had nothing to do with my addiction, you know. Nothing. She's done everything she could in her life to look after me. But I wanted to hurt her, you know. And so what we have, one of the things I learned in rehab, weirdly enough, in the 12-step program, which most of it's bullshit, but there's one really good bit. And I think it's step 10. I think it is. And it is when we were wrong. We continue to take a personal inventory, which means we continue to think about how we behave. So maybe at the end of the day, we think about how we behaved that day. We isolate a certain few. How we were with this person, how we might have been with our girlfriend, how we might have been with a friend, and we consider how we behaved in that situation. So we continue to take a personal inventory, and when we were wrong, when we made a mistake or said something we shouldn't, we promptly admitted it, and that is a really good lesson. Because now what happens to me, because you've got two options here, Barkley. When you make a mistake, when you're talking to your mate on the phone or a girl or your mum or whatever, and something comes up and you lie, you don't want to face the truth, so you put a little white lie in. No, I didn't call you at midnight. No, that weren't me. Or anything like that. It could be anything. No, I didn't go out. I was in by 10. No. And it's a little lie, but that little lie then starts the ball rolling and the ball rolling. And in the end, you're like in a web of lies and despair. And then it ends up going, look, I fucking told you. Why don't you fucking believe me? I fuck off. And then you hang up. Now, from there's two ways you can go. That relationship continues to go downhill. Every time you see them, you just sort of fuck them. I'm not interested. Or you do the masculine thing. You do the adult thing where you go up to him and you say, you know what? When we were talking the other night, I did lie, or even if it wasn't a lie, I did fly off the handle. I said some things that I regret. I was in the wrong, and I want to offer you a sincere apology. You haven't got to keep saying it. Once is enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, I am. That is what I tend to do. Like if I've like say I think I had a bad day a few weeks ago and I was talking, with my mates on Discord. I was being a bit of a twat to him, and then at one point I said, look, I'm sorry, no, I don't mean to be like this. No, I've just had a bad day, I'm taking on you and I shouldn't be. And then we just dropped it and we continued the conversation.
Brilliant. And don't keep apologising after that, because the more you apologise, the more it dilutes it. You offer one sincere apology. If they don't accept that, ball's now in their court. But the reason I'm telling you this, 2 reasons I'm telling you this. One, because it's good advice for you. But I know that you've had an hard time with your mother. I know that your father died. I know my father died when I was about your age. I know how difficult this is for a family. It's a fucking nightmare. But for your mum to apologise to you took balls. I know you don't want to think your mum having balls, but it took guts. It took guts for a mother who's going through absolute nightmares. Because in your mother's head, her son's signed up to some fucking. Your mum's probably thinking of 1970s skinheads going around packing bags, but she probably is, because that's the mainstream media story. And for her to approach you and say, "I apologise," that's really commendable on her part, and I just want you to acknowledge that, not with her, but just with yourself. Because
I did.
Because your mother is a person. She's not just your mum. She's the same as you and me. She was your age once. She's had all the mad things that you're having in your life. She fancied this bloke. This bloke didn't like her. This happened. All. She's a person.
I don't hold grudges. Like I did accept the apology. Like I'm not really that bold. It was like months ago now, like 2 odd months ago, and I don't know, I was staying with someone else for most of that time, and so it didn't really bother me too much. I was only around like my family just when I needed to go to school, which was only the first half of the week, and then since that, trained to another place. But I've been pretty well though, aside from all the police stuff, aside from all the family stuff. All the arguments, they're all over now. I think in some ways it's actually improved my family life having the arguments, because I think my mum felt so bad that now she wants to put an extra effort into be nice, put an extra effort into the meals. We just talk more now. It's a lot nicer. I tried to apply the same with my stepdad. I tried to talk to him, but I don't know, it just seems like there's no not really much to say to him. I can never really get through to him.
And for a man to take on another man's children is one of the hardest things you can do in life. He fell in love with your mum, and he knew that meant taking on another man's children.
This was before my dad even died. They've been together for about 12 years now.
Regardless,
it's not that things were always like bad. It's just that things got worse over time. Like particularly
as you became a teenager, became a teenager and an horrible little shit like all young boys are when they go through puberty. Yeah, exactly. Barkley, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want an honest answer. Yeah. When was the last time you told your mum that you love her?
Probably I don't know, probably like yesterday when she made me tea. Like when she makes me dinner, I always like kiss her on the cheek and say, "Oh, cheers for that wonderful tea, love you."
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing, good. That surprised me, actually. That caught me out.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, we don't need to pause on this. We can keep the flow of conversation going.
No, we're going to sit right in there for a couple. We're going to sit right on it. Do you love your mum?
Right. Of course I do.
She's had a hard time, right?
Yeah.
She's had a hard time. Of course she has. It's a hard life. So what's next for young Barkley? What's happening with you? What's apart from, let's stay away from the old Bill situation? What's going on in your life? What's keeping your brain busy, except for those fucking computer games that are ruining everything? But I know you got a pandemic, so I'll forgive you that at the moment.
Well, it's mostly been online classes for me, which I'm just quietly not going to until the stream ends. But it's all right. But work's like incredibly easy. It's social media and business, which is what I'm talking about. Which is like it. we have about 6 hours of work a day, something like that, and I complete all my work within about 30 minutes because it's just all so easy. Not because I'm like, super smart, it's just because it's social media and business is quite easy to explain.
Yeah, no, Harry says the same. Harry said that his courses, he can do it like, half hour.
Done.
He's got like 5 weeks to do it, and it's like he's done it before he's left the class. So you've got your course, you're doing your course, you've got that. Any thoughts for what you're going to do when you leave this course, work-wise?
Well, I leave it. It's only a 1-year course, so I'm thinking of at the end of it, which will be in June, I'm going to apply to see about doing some AS levels. I'm thinking of doing AS levels in business and economics, and then I'll think of 2 other ones to put on. I might just add computer science because I've already been doing a computer science course now, so it should be pretty easy to adapt to doing computer science again. Although some computer exams are like literally hell. Like, you have to sit in a classroom for 8 hours coding and you can't leave. It's not a nice time. So I'll probably just do business economics and chuck on like media studies and film studies, like something really easy to do in my spare time.
Put something in there that's gonna, increase your palette a little bit. Something that. So that when you do go for an interview, and also when you go for jobs, they like to see that you've. I know again it's hard in a pandemic, but they like to see that you've done things in life. People who went to apply for universities with straight A's at A level, and then at the end, towards the end of the interviewer's gone, so what else do you? And they're like, well, nothing really. I just do my course. And they didn't get in. Someone else went to the same uni with a couple of B's, 1 A and a few C's. What else do you do? Well, I'm in Army Cadets. I do this volunteer thing with the local food bank. I do blah blah blah. Wicked, you're in. So it might. So I know again the pandemic, but you might want to think about things like that. But I don't think you need to. I'm not saying you are, but I don't think you need to stress too much at the moment about what you're going to do career-wise, as long as you're building up your CV, which is what you're doing.
For career, I know I've been really looking into a guy called Mark Tilbury. You may have heard of him, Chris. He's one of these people who sort of promote entrepreneurship. I've been looking into what's the Asian guy? I think he's like Vietnamese, someone who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I've been looking into what he says and all stuff like that. And I've just been spending a lot of time researching like entrepreneurship, how people do. It's not Shopify, is it? Drop shipping, something like that.
I know about drop shipping. Well, I don't drop ship, but people use my company to drop ship.
No, I've been looking into a lot of that. That's what I'm interested in. I feel like I've got the right mindset to get that sort of thing done.
Yeah, and you can start a drop shipping company with almost no money. You really can. I told the original 30 grand meme came from a story I told about a bloke who was using a Facebook page, drop shipping rugged extreme outdoor wear, and he was just putting all up really nice rugged outdoor stuff from other shops, and then so when people bought it on his Facebook page, the payment went through to the company who does it, and then they send it to the customer. That's what drop shipping is. I would also recommend Felix Dennis' book, How to Get Rich. It's a must read. Felix Dennis, How to Get Rich. It reads like a novel as well. It's not algebra and bar charts. He's a very funny bloke, Felix Dennis. He spent most of his money on crack and prostitutes in his 70s, and he was one of England's richest men. Very interesting bloke and very, very, very funny geezer. So apart from all of that, on a scale of 0 to 100, how are you in yourself?
0 to 100. What do you mean by in myself? Just everything in general, or how am I feeling?
Well, yeah, in terms of how's life going? How are you? If you were to ask me how I was between 1 and 100, I'd say I was on about 80 at the moment. It's going pretty well. You know, it could improve, but it's going pretty well as a whole. As you know, and looking at everything as a whole.
Yeah, I'd say 80 for me as well. You know, I've got a aside from a few bits of weight on my shoulders and waiting for a PC part that is taken. How long has it been since October 15th?
Jesus, yeah, long time.
Yeah, about that long to get a processor for a computer. PC world are absolute scum. Never buy from them. They suck. Awful.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
they suck. Oh yeah.
Yeah, allegedly they like to take till December to give people refunds. So they've just been a pain, but you know, most of it's sorted now.
You can't go somewhere else and buy it elsewhere because you're still waiting for your money for that. Lovely.
Yeah. Well, that'll be fine. That'll be sorted soon.
All right, man. Well, listen, lovely, always lovely to talk to you. We should talk in private soon because obviously in public it's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Can you do me one thing?
Go on, get a haircut. It's gonna be get a haircut.
No, well, that needs doing anyway. I mean, it's just gonna up your game by about 80%. Can you tell your mother that you love her when she hasn't done anything for you, when she hasn't made you a cup of tea or made you dinner? Just go up to her and just say, "I love you, Mum."
I'll do it the second I'm off this office call.
Yeah, but don't then say to her, "I done that because my mate Chris just told me to."
Yeah, obviously not. No.
And if she asks, why did you just say that out of the blue? Just say, well, because I do, and leave it at that. Don't cover yourself. That was
the excuse I already pre-thought of before you even said. Just say because I do.
No, that's the sort of thing I'd do. That's why I said it. Barclay, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I think I would suggest that this old bill thing is weighing harder on your shoulders than you're able to accept at the moment, and that's part of your natural mind and body's way of protecting you against it.
I don't think it is, to be honest. I mean, like, it's been what day is it today? Is it like the 9th? In about 3 months from now the charges get dropped, maybe even sooner, maybe a day later. But yeah, I think I'll be fine. I haven't said a word. It's been dead silent. I think it will be right. Like, no, 4 months even, actually. There's only 2 months left.
I know, but I'm just suggesting there might be a bit of you that I just know that's how we work. You know, we sometimes deliberately, we don't let ourselves sometimes accept the gravity of something to protect us. It's a good thing. I'm not calling you out on something. It's a good thing. It shows strength. It's a way of getting on with your life without letting something cripple you. I'm not getting at you, but find a better barber.
Yeah, the main thing is though is that I lost my I just got a really nice new phone. Spent like a fair bit of money on it because it was going to be a high quality phone to make high quality videos. You know, where I'd go harass Extinction Rebellion for the day or whatever. And 10 days later, taken by the police. That was the main thing that annoyed me. And I don't have a computer anymore, so I can't do streams, can't make videos. Got to have this weird angle where I'm stacking like tubs of G Fuel up to place my phone to almost look like I've got a webcam.
Barclay, it's been a real pleasure to talk to you, and I'll give you a call in the week.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. All right,
yeah,
thanks for having me on, chat. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Look after yourself, Barclay. Bless him, man. What a looker he is. It's funny, isn't it? You know, I mean, get that haircut needs sorting. But apart from that, isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? You see a young lad like that, and I bet he's always looking in the mirror. Oh, I wish I didn't have this. I wish I didn't have this. And all us older people look at him and think, you are going to have no problems with women. You are just not going to have any trouble with women. He's an absolute gem, is Barclay. And what a terrible shame. Look, if you're, you know, he's a young Englishman who has looked at the state of his nation, has decided he wants to make changes. He got busy with an organisation that was doing nothing more than putting out leaflets. You'd think that a healthy society would praise that. You'd think that they would praise that. He's not apathetic. He's not just sitting there playing computer games. He's actually engaging in politics. And he's actually engaging in politics to the point where he was going around people's houses putting leaflets through their doors. These are the kind of people that we should be rewarding. We should be rewarding them, and we should be praising them. But no, he gets arrested. He gets his computer and his games console taken away from him, and his phone. That, as a measure of how broken England is as a society, is incredible. How many other young men are even engaged in politics? They don't even know anything about it. What an absolute tragedy. But a pleasure to talk. I have no idea why that is happening. I have absolutely no idea. I'm going to have to open up Entropy because I've got a few super chats. Let's hope that Entropy doesn't close down my video like it has been. Ever since I got that update, all this. Right, hang on. Hang on. Right, we should be all right. Hang on a minute. We will deal with these. Right, there you go. I've got it from there. I've got no idea what's happening. Although that sun on me is looking quite nice, isn't it? That's turned out rather good timing. Anyway, I've really got to start a day's work. We're nearly 2 hours into this. Good Lord, it's 5 o'clock here. Shit, I've got so much work to do. Tuesday is my busiest day. Okay, so a couple more super chats and entropies. Lil Bullet says, Barkley is a cool young man. He certainly is. Respawn drops another $5. He says, Barkley is such a great guy. I predict a great future for him. There you go. David Barnes drops a $5 and he's referring to Barkley's hair and he says, enjoy it while you've got it. Little Bullet says he needs a tiara. That's not very nice, Mr. Bullet. And they were the donations. Okay, people. Well, at that, we've hit that magic 1 hour and 48. God, it's been a long one today, isn't it? On old Tricky Tuesday. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you today. I will see you either 3 or 4 o'clock later this afternoon. Probably 3 o'clock, to be honest with you. 3 o'clock UK time. It's been a real pleasure talking to you. I hope to see you later. I don't know, maybe you cheeky monkey. I don't know, maybe bring some friends along. We could have a party. She likes to party. I will see you all later. Take care. Ta-da!
the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. The joy of loving is to live in the world of man. There's someone who's waiting for you. Soon the world will be yours for a time. Music starts to play, night will turn to day. Darkness disappears when the one you love is near. You're in man. All the world loves the lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of mankind. There's a place that is waiting for you, a world where the best in life is free, where time is always spring, happiness is king. The dreams you dream come true when the one you love loves you. You're in mankind.
Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, people. It's virtually the weekend. I can't believe it. Look how quickly that got here too. Oh yeah, I haven't seen much of the Reaver recently. I heard he was saying he was going to do some new stuff, but that's usually the end of the show when people say they're going to do something different. That different tends to be nothing. See you later. Ta-da.
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of mankind.
Go on, get out. Don't spend all day on that damn free trade.